Hello dear friends, I'm Roland homeopath in Royston on Vancouver Island, and I welcome you this beautiful sunny late summer afternoon here at the beach in Comox. Behind me you see that's a Comox Harbor, and behind us there's the mountains, and way far on the mountains you might see up there the Comox Glacier. And that's the Comox Glacier is part of what I want to talk about today. So today I will try something special, and I need a little bit your support in that. So you see here, this is a braid of sweetgrass. I learned about the sweetgrass, how native people use it. They use it as a smudge to bless themselves, to bless their home. And I learned about this about 25 years ago, when I've been living on an Indian reserve in Alberta for several years. And back then there was a woman who taught me, and one of the things she said when the first time my hair was long enough to get braided, and she said, we grow our hair in honoring Grandmother Earth, and we braid it like the sweetgrass. And the sweetgrass is braided from 3 strands to remind us how we are intertwined and interwoven between the below and the above, between Grandmother Earth and Creator. So let me today tell you 3 stories and then weave them together so to some bigger whole. The first story, and some of you might have heard that from me, is that a part of the Tao Te Ching. The Tao Te Ching is an ancient book of wisdom, about 2,000 years old, and written from Chinese sage Lao Tzu. And in one part he says, man follows earth, earth follows the universe follows the Tao. And the Tao is a word for God or the Creator. So what that means is the Creator created the creation and expressed its own sacredness and its sacred laws in creation. Out of this creation, Earth is born, and she's another expression of the sacred laws of this universe. And out of this Earth, we are born as Earthlings, as human beings here. And so our direct teacher, when it comes to the sacred, is Grandmother Earth. So that's the first story. The second one is a story, again, many years ago. I was preparing a homeopathic remedy, and preparing a homeopathic remedy is a process of a couple of days in which I'm totally focused on the energy of this remedy and concentrated on that to a degree where sometimes I come to this place where the remedy starts talking with me and starts teaching me, and I can hear something. Back then I was talking with the wind is picking up. I was talking with a bee, because I made a remedy out of a bee poison. And at some point the bee told me to a question I have asked towards our environmental situation. The bee said, only if you refuse to be touched on your inside, you have to be touched harshly from the outside. But things actually, whatever you see happening on the outside, should happen on the inside. Let's see how that weaves together with the third story, and the third story is about the glacier. This glacier here is called Quinish. The native people call it Quinish. And where is it? Over here. And the Quinish means whale, and that's again a story that I don't talk about today, how that came to be. But for the native people, this glacier is very important. Now, in the course of global warming, we see every year how it's going backwards, and it's getting less and less. And it's very disturbing. And when we now weave these 3 stories together, then it means man follows Earth, that the Earth is our teacher and she teaches us. When she teaches, the second story was the bee that said everything happening on the outside should actually happening on our inside. And when we see then the glacier receding and the global climate getting warmer and warmer, and we think about these two things, then we could understand global warming as a way of Grandmother Earth trying to teach us, you know, you have ice fields, you have glaciers in your heart, within your inner landscape that need to be melted down, that should melt. It is not the glaciers on the outside, it's actually the ice fields in our inside. These areas in our heart that make us hard, harsh, and that are an expression of how we are been hurt in the past and how we try to protect us in the moment. But in trying to protect us, we often shut down overwhelming feelings, and then they are frozen. They are like frozen in time in our heart. And these ice fields of past trauma, of past hurtings, they should melt. It's not the outside. And when we look at that, then what we can do is to claim some of the global warming and take it personal. Take it, yes, I need to warm something in me. So when each one of billions of people here on Grandmother Earth would do something of that, we take some of what's happening on the outside and take it to our heart, take it on the inside, we probably would set her free to do it. And then the question is, okay, here, when I do that on all levels, when I, for example, on the physical level with my body, when I have the next time a fever, maybe I should be with this fever and embrace it and ask, hey body, fever, what do you want to teach me? Where do you want to guide me? And in the times of COVID, lots of people, many people of us have the opportunity to deal with that and to explore that. And you might be surprised what you can find out. And on the emotional level, yes, with our cold-heartedness, with our cold-hearted shutting down and not thinking about what we do, the consequences of what we do in the environment, how that affects the species and life around us. And to open our heart and to warm our heart also to feel and to see, hey, Grandmother Earth is not a rock floating around here in the universe. This is a living, sentient being that communicates daily with us, every moment. And nature does that with us. Can I listen? And then on the mental level, also with our thoughts, maybe my thoughts should be a little bit more gentle when I talk about somebody, or when I talk about life and about nature and so on. Anyway, so this is my weaving together, and I hope that the weaving together of these stories made a little bit sense for you, and try it out, live with that a little bit. Thank you so much for listening, and see you next time. Bye.